All right. What's up, guys? If you're watching this pre-recorded, I'm currently just watching the stock market and I'm planning my next video, typing out what I want to say. You can't hear it, but I am listening to a guy that I follow in the stock realm. I'm currently eating some chips and dip, so I remember to eat on this live stream. A little something in my stomach. Other than that, I have not ate. Good morning, good morning. It's 11 a.m. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat. I'm going to go ahead and hide my camera for just a moment while I eat one more chip. That way you guys know how to say it. I'm currently chewing on some Doritos Spicy Nachos. Non-sponsored. I'm going to go ahead and eat one more chip. Let me turn off the webcam. Just a second. Mmm. All right. We're back. Let me put my dog up on the couch. I'll be right back. Go ahead and ask questions if you have any questions. First, we're going to pop on live here. All right. Sorry about that. All right. All right, back in business. I got chips stuck in my teeth. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I have a new mic set up. It is on a boom arm. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay. I'll put it back down. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Gets it out of the way. It's not sitting on the desk. I won't hit it with my hand. You won't hear me super hard like touching my desk. You might still hear that, but it won't be as bad. The guy I'm watching, if you don't know who the stock guy is, he is a creator on Twitch and he does live streams every day during market open. And he talks about the stocks, breaking news, all that good stuff. So that's who I'm watching in the background. Seeing if I need to move any of my positions. What's everybody up to this morning? Did you run any Amazon Relay? Just talking about Amazon right now. My next video is probably going to be about why Amazon doesn't care about you. It's going to be tailored toward not only Amazon Relay users but also Amazon delivery drivers, because I do have an audience for that for whatever reason. I don't decide what YouTube pushes my content out, like where it pushes it to. It pushes it to Amazon Relay viewers and Amazon delivery driver viewers. So I thought, let's make a video that will, let's make a video that will target both audiences and hopefully perform well, about why Amazon doesn't care about you as an individual in terms of hiring, contracting, everything. It's going to be a well put together video. I hope. I'm going to try my best. It'll probably take me a while to complete. Probably not get it out till next week. Be on the lookout for that video if you're interested in that. And you can ask any questions you want to in the live chat. Just hanging out this morning. A little bit congested. We do have an ice storm coming in, so I did want to hop on the live this morning before that hits. I think at 5 p.m. EST. Right now it's 11:21. Again, I am a little congested. I will try to mute my mic from now on. But I will be responding to some questions. If you guys have questions, I'm going to start taking parts of these live streams, if I can, if there's enough quality in the content from these live streams, and breaking them up into either shorts or mini videos, like live stream highlights from February 3rd, 2022, something like that, or questions answered. I don't think I had the dreaded virus or anything like that, but I am pretty congested. It went from like 60-degree weather back down to freezing, so it's like crazy. Hello, did you remember the ELD I asked about the other time? I did. I made a community post. You might not have caught it. I'll see if I can pull it up. It's called Easy Logs. Let me pull it up on my channel here. I did post about it though, not a video, but a community post. Give me just a second. You probably didn't see it, but here's the website. That's what she uses. There's no cords. Bluetooth directly to your phone. You plug it in, and it reads your vehicle just like the Keep Trucking. There's no long cords going around. Plugs right into the port. Connects directly to your phone. It can do everything Keep Trucking can do, and it's one-time payment. It's not this monthly or yearly payment deal. I think when she had it, it was $50. Let me look. Trucks. Just ELD. If you go to their pricing tab, you can enter in what you'll be using it for. It's going to be different depending on how many, depending on how many trucks you have, if you want their dash cam, if you want all this different stuff. They have everything pretty much Keep Trucking has. They do the same thing. But do check out their pricing on that. It will be different for you. I'm pretty sure she spent, I think it's $50 a truck for each thing. Each little Bob. They have 24/7 customer support and all that good stuff. It's non-sponsored, but that's just what my mentor uses. Do you need to use it when doing Amazon Relay? Yes. You do. Yes. So, unless you're short haul exempted, and I made a video on that, be sure to check that out. Most of you are not going to be short haul exempt. But again, go check out that video if you haven't seen that on my channel. In terms of if you have to use an ELD, you need to just go ahead and use an ELD even if you're short haul exempt, just so you have that documentation in case the DOT officer comes and does an audit on you and they say, and you're like, so I thought I was short haul exempt. I'm not really sure. And they're like, you're not. And let's say you haven't been recording your hours. They're going to be like, okay, out of service. You haven't been recording your time. Check. You're done. I mean, you're pretty much done at that point. Your safety score is going to be heavily impacted. So just take the safe route and just log your time. Just be safe about it. Be smart about it. It all depends on what that DOT officer thinks, honestly. Even if you meet the exact criteria to be short haul exempt, it all depends on that officer. So if he says, no, you're not, and you haven't been recording your time, you're probably going to get put out of service. For sure. Let's see. How's everybody's morning going? What's going on? Let's see here. So I was looking at where my dad buys his trucks at Rush Truck Centers. I don't know if you guys know about them or not. They're very, very high, but from what I have heard, they're pretty good in terms of their vehicles. You know, 6-speed automatic. I was just looking around. Looks like it has air brakes. How many miles does it have? 82,000 miles. So, I mean, okay, just look at the price difference. Yeah, it's, probably going to be about 90 grand. And it says call for price. But it's a 2020. It has 82,000 miles. It's very, very lightly used for a truck. So if you guys are going to spend with Ryder and Penske and all these other trucks that are like 250,000 miles for like 80, 70, 80 grand, you might as well go to Rush. They're very awesome. That I've heard from my dad. This is where he's bought all his box trucks. But you can get a 2020 Hino right now, 26 foot, under 26,000 pounds, 82,000 miles for 90K. So, don't know if you guys know about these guys, but I thought I'd drop this little gem in this live stream for the early viewers. My dad has bought all of his trucks through these guys. He says they're top notch. Anything goes wrong, they will honor the warranty. I mean, look at that. It's clean, man. Pretty much a new truck. 84,000 miles. Can't get much better than that right there. You just go down through here, right here. 95,000 for a Freightliner. Let's check the mileage. It's not a Hino. And this is one, yeah, this is up there. 214. I would probably pass on that. Here's a Kenworth. I really like Kenworths. This one has a sleeper on it. Probably a short box, though. Tall box, but short. Yeah, that's a CDL, never mind. But thought I'd drop that little. I'm renting for now. Good luck. I started out renting, and I quickly realized that I was not going to make any money. To put it straightforward with you, if I did, it was going to barely break even at the end of the week or month. So good luck with that. I wish you well. But 600 a week with 20 cents per mile. Good luck, man. Me personally, I would much rather have. That's my water. Hang on a second. I would much rather have a $600 per month than per week with my own cents per mile that I pay my company myself instead of paying a rental company. And also, okay, you're considering. I would, if you can, I know a lot of people just want to, they want to start. They want to get started. They have all the information. They just want to jump in, right? If it takes you another year to save up and buy a truck, let's just say, in my opinion, it's better to do that and be prepared and go the better option than just jumping in and failing within 6 months. Okay, that's where I stand with it. There's going to be a lot of differing opinions. If you watch Trucking Out of the Box, that's how they're going. That's how they're going about it. I want to show you guys actually a community post I made real quick. I just want to show you this interesting stats. It's a little bit of data that I collected via a community post here. It's very interesting. Okay, so right here I asked, how's trucking going for you so far? Load rates are pretty decent right now, and I put just turning profit, making good money, I'm rich, and not even breaking even. And if you see here, look at the stat that is more than any other stat. 46% of 70 votes are not even breaking even. Now, I don't know if you guys are some of the ones that voted on this. I almost want to make another post. And one of the guys said he would really like to know as well, if the guys that put not even breaking even are renting. I would really want to know this stat as well out of these 70 votes right here. Very, very interesting little piece of data from 70 people. And the majority are not even breaking even. Very interesting. This was 3 days ago. So, pretty good data here. I almost want to start asking more questions and collecting more data and putting together a video. Just because people are just wanting to jump in and get started ASAP. And it might not be the best option. It might be better for you to wait and think long term. What would be the best option for you? Just a very interesting stat here. I just wanted to show this. Out of 70 people that voted, 46% of all those votes are not even breaking even. So take that and do what you will with those stats there. It blew me away. I was like, what? Almost 50% of 70 people are not even breaking even of my audience. It's interesting. But trucking's so good, right? I'll leave it at that. Do with what you will with that. I highly recommend taking extra time, saving up more money, and buying a truck down the road. That's my position on it personally. But you'll hear different things depending on who you're watching. But very, very interesting. I love that little data I collected there. I didn't even mean to do that, honestly. But seeing that, I'm like, I want to make a post now that says, how are you running? Are you renting, or do you own your truck, or did you finance your truck? I kind of want to do that, like a 3 answer, and see how many people answer that. But just remember, it might not be always better to go in. Trucking's not going anywhere. It honestly is not. Um, it might not be in your best interest to start out renting just to start. If you guys don't know the stock guy, I am watching him right now. He goes over topics in terms of what the market's doing, and I always like to listen to his opinion on what the stock market's currently doing, and the current economic state of the U.S. But yes, Richie, you do have to use an EOD also. And again, in terms of starting out renting, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my honest opinion about it. I did start renting, and you'll quickly notice, at least I did, that I wasn't even with. And I started out doing OTR. It wasn't Amazon. I started doing DAT loads. I got the biggest package, just like I preach. And I quickly noticed that I wasn't going to turn a profit. So that's why I say that. I rented with Ryder, and it was 12 cents per mile. At first, they quoted me 2,100 per week, and that was when the market was going up like crazy. Right before it went up like crazy, and they didn't have no other trucks, and that was a crazy number. And I did it one day, and I was like, yeah, no, there's no way. Now I think if you're with Amazon, I don't think they do it anymore, but back then, if you got on with Amazon, which made me get on with Amazon, you could get it for like 600 a week. But I was still like, the numbers just didn't make sense, honestly. And a lot of people don't realize that whatever they're making gross, you have to take 30% of that and set it to the side for taxes and act like it doesn't exist. So 70% of what you make has to cover your rental, because for taxes, everything you make gross, you need to set aside 30% just to be safe. You're going to get hit with 15% self employment tax right off the bat, off the top of everything you make, and then usually another 15% for everything else, tax wise. So if you make 10 grand, just think that you have to automatically set aside 3 grand of that and act like it doesn't exist until you file taxes. And you might not have to use all of that. That's just a general overall rule when you run a business. Not a lot of people. A lot of people will get to tax season like right now, and they have not set aside money for taxes, and they will get eat alive, and they'll be playing catch up. A reply to the missus. I had a good meeting this morning with my dev team. Very good meeting. Started at 9 and got done about 10 o'clock. Things are going well for the video game route for those interested in that. In terms of trucking, not a whole lot has gone on, honestly, with the ice storm and everything. Very important if you don't know, Indiana and Ohio, you're not allowed to drive today. I'm pretty sure that's the news I've seen, because of the ice storm. I'm not sure if Kentucky's doing it yet, but I do know that Ohio and Indiana, you will be put out of service if a DOT officer sees you driving during the ice storm. I don't know if anybody's seen it, if you guys have seen about that yet, but that is what I saw last night. I seen that. And I don't know if it's going to be just for today or if it'll be for the rest of the week, but I did see that. And again, I don't know if you guys know about Rush Truck Centers. I said it before. There's a few new people here as we speak. RushTruckCenters.com. They sell box trucks. It's where my dad has got all of his box trucks. You're going to check work ready truck, and you're going to put in the type, body type, as van. And you can put, you can check mark sleeper. Where is the, somewhere you can put your city, state, and all that good stuff, but right here you can find a ton of trucks for, I mean, they're going to be up there, of course. But I was saying before, right here's a very nice Hino for probably about 90K, but it's only got 82,000 miles on it, which is very lightly used. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these guys or not, but if you are looking for a truck, they're a very good resource to go through. It's where my dad has bought all of his trucks. Right here's a truck with a sleeper. It is CDL though. There's another international, 52,000. What's the mileage though? 215,000. Still a bit high for me. I mean, my truck's got 238,000 miles, and I would only sell it for like a maximum of 33K. And it's the same truck as this, pretty much. What's the weight rating? Oh, this is a Class B truck. So trucks are still expensive, but Didn't know if you guys knew about these guys or not. Just wanted to drop that for the guys that hop in the live stream. Anyone around? Anybody want to chat? Got any questions? Just lurking around. Just hanging out. Oh man. Just checking the market out. All that good stuff. Thought I'd pop on a live before the ice storm hits. All that good stuff. Might lose power. My next YouTube video will be about why Amazon doesn't care about me and you. Why Amazon doesn't care about you video. That's going to be directed toward both Amazon delivery drivers and Amazon relay drivers. Anybody have any more questions? Don't want to say anything? How's your morning been? What's going on? How's your week been? It's Thursday already. Have you had a good week trucking? Did you do DAT, Amazon Relay? Where's everybody at with their trucking? Are you profiting? Are you breaking even? If you've not started yet, what's your game plan? What's up? What's happening? I pop on here to talk. If nobody's gonna talk, then I mean, I'll go make that video. You know? I don't want to just sit here and look pretty, you know what I'm saying? Just kidding. Here's what I'm watching. I'm not going to turn on the volume, but this is the stock guy. If you don't know who this is, he has a YouTube, he has a TikTok. He goes by the stock guy. He brings very good, informative, very non-promoting news to people like me and you. How old am I? I'm 20. I'll be 26 come April. So in 2 more months, I will be 26 years old. I'm 25. How old are you, Rock Solid 7? But this is who I'm watching. I always check him out. He goes live every morning on Twitch from market opening to market close. Basically, I watch him because he gives very good stock news. I don't really want to rebroadcast his stream for you guys, but if you want to check him out, let me know and I'll give you the link to his Twitch. He doesn't promote things. He just he basically dumbs it down. How old are you, Rock Solid? He never responded. Just turned 30. Very nice, very nice. The big 3-0. Let me ask you this. Do you feel old? Because, in my opinion, I think everybody's young until they hit pretty close to 50. I think once you hit 50, then I don't really consider them old. I think old's more like 80 plus, honestly. Because then that you've got all that wisdom and stuff. But I think 30 is like you've gone through your 20s, you've made your mistakes, you have learned from them, hopefully a lot of them, and in your 30s, you're still building on that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Nice, yeah. And I ain't even there yet. I'm still like 4 years and 2 months out. Was looking into box trucks for a while to have more income to invest, but doesn't seem to be the move at the moment. Yeah, I would definitely wait until. So there's either going to be two things that will happen, in my opinion. I think we're either going to have the reset, as a lot of people are preaching, like Robert Kiyosaki, and there's you'll find tons of people preaching that there's going to be the great reset. Like you're either going to get insane, there's going to be a great transfer of wealth. I think we'll either see that, and then it might be a good option to go in something like trucking or box trucking. But the way things are right now, things are so inflated, and the payouts for loads have not went up. Okay, even during peak, uh, payouts have stayed the same at $2 a mile. That's what people strive to get, right? In my opinion, with everything inflated, the payouts should have inflated, and everybody should be going for $4 a mile. You know what I'm saying? It's not equaling out. Everything's inflated. The price of box trucks are inflated. Price of groceries are inflated. Price of everything's inflated, but payouts have stayed the same, along with other wages in the economy. I invest in stocks and real estate, crypto too. Nice. I do the same. I have not started on my real estate yet, but hopefully, if things pan out like I hope they're going to with my trucking company, as well as my game I'm developing and going to sell, hopefully I can take that money, and my goal is to take that money and start building a real estate empire. That is mine and my wife's goal, not just my goal. We share that goal. So I am invested in crypto. I look to start making my own NFTs possibly. I don't know if I want to go that route though. It's a little sketchy of a market, depending on who you talk to. But if you actually know what NFTs are and what they'll be used for, it makes more sense than just a scam. But yeah, I'm in the mortgage industry right now, and with rates going up, that's slowing down too. Yeah, see that the other thing that's going to happen if we don't have a great reset, and maybe we go to a USD coin away from the dollar. Who knows, right? Like I'm just speculating at this point. But so the Fed's they're going to have to raise rates. I mean, they're going to have to on everything, vehicles, houses, everything, credit cards, everything's going to have to go up. Because we cannot sustain what we're currently doing. I mean, just look at the Roman Empire. You know what I'm saying? That's how Rome fell. We're basically following in their footsteps at the moment, in my opinion. Definitely suggest getting you a house. So yeah, we're looking to hopefully get a house. Hopefully towards the fall season of this year. Hopefully everything's still kind of low, and we're able to. Our house, and then maybe find a rental house. But I agree that getting a house right now is a smart move with rates lower than usual, and they're gonna go up. I think cars will be what credit cards are at, or a little bit lower, like 10-15%, and houses will be probably, they'll be high, and credit cards will probably be insane. Credit cards will probably be at like 40-50%, in my opinion. When rates go up, property values should go down some. Just hard to tell how much. Yeah, that's usually how it works. But then again, how do you solve and it'll not only affect houses, it'll affect groceries and everything. It's going to affect everything. Hopefully that makes prices of everything go down. But also we're seeing a shrinkflation. So companies are charging like the same for a gallon of milk, but let's say they put a little bit less than a gallon in the milk. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what's been going on, like chips and stuff like that. Um, I don't know. We'll see, man. All I can say is buckle up. If I was thinking about starting my trucking company today, I probably wouldn't. If you want me to be honest, if I was looking at the overall economy, I probably wouldn't start a new business right now in terms of trucking. Just all I can say is buckle up, man. We'll see if we pull out of this. I mean, we're following in the footsteps of Rome. We do have a lot more infrastructure set up and all that good stuff, but yeah, holding cash. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm saving a ton of cash. I have sold off a lot of my crypto in terms of smaller coins. I do own some like Polygon and Ethereum. Ethereum's not very small, but I do own Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Polygon. That's pretty much it as right now. I sold my Cardano, sold Shiba Coin. Shiba Coin's a meme. That's pretty much all I own in crypto right now. In terms of stocks, I still have my blue chip stocks like PG and all that good stuff. I still have some Becky stocks. If you don't know what a Becky stock is, a Becky stock is what all the women believe in and what they constantly buy, such as Starbucks. You can't go wrong with a Becky stock, okay? They call it Becky for a reason. But yeah, at this moment, I'm not buying anything. I'm just moving money if I think it's the right decision to do so. Yep, pile it up as much as possible. That's what I recommend everybody do at the moment. But then also you got to realize that we could get to a point where the dollar, if you're saving cash, isn't worth the paper it's printed on, and then we'll be wiping our butts with the dollar bills because toilet paper will be worth more. So you got to think about that. If somehow we don't pull out of this ultra low interest rate, can we survive through high interest rates and interest rates going up? It'll be a long term deal. They won't just do it overnight, I don't think. But we are overdue for a crash, in my opinion. And I've been waiting for a crash, man. I've been waiting for a crash for a long time. Pretty much my whole working career, my 20s, I've been waiting for a crash so I can take some of that sweet, sweet money. See, that's my big bet. Crypto, I'm very heavy on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but Bitcoin's supposed to be what gold is, right? It's supposed to be a store of value. So I'm more heavy in Bitcoin than I am Ethereum, but I think Ethereum will be in my opinion, will be the dollar as Bitcoin is to gold. You see what I'm saying? That's my opinion. With China already having a China coin, I think it's definitely the way of the future for sure. Oh, my nose itching. Yeah. That's the safest bet, in my opinion, crypto wise. Ethereum, Bitcoin. I see Ethereum as the dollar bill. I see Bitcoin as gold. Yeah. Definitely hope so. A lot of people are trying to gamble and get rich off these smaller coins. There is some use cases for some of them, like Solana will be a gaming platform, and I think gaming will have a big place with crypto. Honestly, where you can play like a game, like something you can make an in-game currency on, and it could be an actual crypto, and maybe you can trade it for Bitcoin or Ethereum. I mean, who knows? Get paid for playing games. That would be interesting. And even something like trucking. In my video I made, how cryptocurrency will will change trucking for the future. It would just revolutionize the whole industry. I really do believe that. You wouldn't have to worry about factoring and paying out all these percentages and all this stuff. It would just be they scan the QR code on the pallet. Once it's at the receiving, you get paid like that. That would be awesome. I do. Mainly just what is it? Holy crap! I can't even remember what's called. I have to look. The index fund that just tracks the S&P. I mean, that's the pretty much the only index fund I invest in during my 20s. All my 20s so far is just following the S&P. That's can't really go wrong with that. SP, what is it? Hold on. Oh, SPY, SPY. But also there's a cheaper one if I can find it. It's a Vanguard. Where's it at? Let me pull up my stock account. Yeah, VOO. VOO's one. I also invested a little bit in it's in my Roth. In the total market. VTI, VTI. Let me look. Hang on. TD Ameritrade. Yeah, VTI. Log in. I think this is my security answer. Yep, it is. Yep, but those are the main two index funds I've really ever put money into consistently. Let's look at my positions. Same here as far as funds. Got you any Tesla? I do not. Right now, I'm one of those that owned it when it was very, very cheap and thought it was kind of like a meme, kind of like GameStop, you know what I'm saying, and sold off way too early where I should have just held it. But I don't have any right now, and should have some, but I just haven't bought any more. I'm like you said, I'm basically stocking cash. Let's see here. Positions. Yeah, I do not own any Tesla at the moment. I haven't even looked at it recently, to be honest. I might actually buy a little bit. Let's see. I ain't gonna buy Tesla, but I'm gonna look at VTI real quick and VOO. I haven't looked at it in a bit. A lot of people are saying that we're going to go, like we just had a little bit of correction and we're going to go back down, but I don't know. Nobody really knows. I'm looking right now. VOO down 1.47%. It's up to 414. Dividend yield 1.29%. I want to look at the Becky stocks. Starbucks. Becky stocks. Come on, Becky. Women are still buying this like crazy. In my opinion, Starbucks isn't that great in terms of taste wise. It's up to $96 per share, and it's down 1.31%. Starbucks is a good one. Yeah, I mean, you honestly can't go wrong with Becky stocks. Let's look at Target. Yeah, good stock. Yeah. Target is another Becky stock. 216 per share. It's down about the same. It looks like overall most stocks are down 1.41%. I think Amazon has an earnings call today. Looks like it's down 7% so far. I don't know if they've had their earnings call yet. Facebook fell hard yesterday. I would believe it. I'm pretty sure Amazon has a earnings call pretty soon. Um, Still crazy to me they don't pay a dividend. That still blows my mind. And like if they went down, let's say they went down like 60%, I think the whole market would probably crash. Amazon has a lot of power. One share of Amazon, hey man, one share depending on when you bought it. I mean, I know a guy that I used to work with that his parents bought him some Amazon like really early. So, and I don't know how much he has. It's in his retirement account, but hey. Of course, everybody probably knows a buddy, but they are expensive. $2,700. It's insane, man. Let's check out what's another Becky stock. It's not really a Becky stock. Let's check out Snapchat. That down 6.87%. Woo. And the market looks awful. That's 21%. Facebook Meta Platforms Inc. Down 25%. Jesus Christ. Wow. Google is about to split 20-1. Ooh, 2 shares. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. $2,900 a piece. Man, that's another one. Oh yeah, man. Oh man, one of my biggest regrets. I don't know how much AMD is up to now. Gosh, that makes my stomach turn seeing that for AMD. I owned AMD when it was $8, and I owned a lot of it, and I sold it like 14 or something. Stupid, man. That was a big lesson I learned trading stocks at like 19, 20 years old, all that good stuff. I can't remember when exactly I owned that, but let's look at the 5-year chart when it was. Yeah, back here in. No. Hold up. It was in 2016, 2017, somewhere like that. But man, yeah, you got to hold, man. Just imagine, like, just having AMD and holding. Like, I was young, I was stupid, right? I mean, just got out of high school, had my first job, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of stupid. But I did know and learned about stocks from my senior high school math teacher. So he got me started, which was really good. But lessons you learn. Yeah, Angie just crushed earnings 2 days ago, and they should continue to. Yeah, I'll probably. I don't know if they're. I'm just waiting on a big crash again. I'm stockpiling cash, but Nvidia, I think I owned some of that too when it was at. Gosh, it's $243. I had like a few shares of that when it was at around like 30, 35. Ugh. I can't like it. It pains me to look at this. I mean, like, why did I sell? You know what I'm saying? But hindsight 2020. That's awful. Probably. I can't really remember. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was definitely before last year. For sure. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. Wow. Up to $800. Man, whoa. That would have been awful nice. But yeah, from now on, like, I'm glad I learned it early on in my investing career, if you will. Like, 18, 19 to 25 years old, even now. That way, in the future, I know, okay, I may not see big returns. I just need to buy it and not look at it unless I plan on buying more. Like literally buy it and just it doesn't exist if it's a good stock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would have been up huge. Probably would have had a lot of real estate by now. But it is what it is. But that definitely taught me some lessons just right there. Yep. Buy it and just pretend it doesn't exist. And before you buy something, make sure that you do your research on it. Make sure it's something you want to leave your money in long term. That's my opinion. Just throw it in. Money doesn't exist after that. Why is my nose itching? Is somebody coming? You know? Lord. Oh. Yep, Microsoft is another one. I think I might have owned maybe one or two of Microsoft at some point. But again, the only thing that I've really kept up with that I haven't sold since I first started investing was P&G, because it was like, who, I mean, you're always going to need toilet paper, you know what I'm saying, and laundry detergent. So that's why I kept P&G all these years, and I'm very up on that. And the only other one is the index funds. What other stock have I kept? Starbucks. Since I realized it was a Becky stock. That's pretty much the only stocks that I've just kept. Everything else I've taken small profits off of that I would have made big ones. What games do I play? I play a lot of like shooters. I mean, I play everything pretty much. Right now, I'm so entrenched on making my own video game and running my game dev team that it's going to be a shooter, kind of hardcore-ish. Let me turn off this song here so I can think. I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I played that long ago, like in high school, and I played the recent Modern Warfare one, but like heyday for that was like Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that, way back in the day. Uh, yeah, a lot of people love shooters. I don't like Call of Duty that it's where it's at today. I don't like games like Fortnite. I played PUBG a little bit. I play a lot of Escape from Tarkov today. Um, if I play games, I don't really have a lot of time, but because I'm making YouTube videos for this channel, I have played Destiny 2. I didn't play. Yeah, I didn't buy the recent Battlefield because I don't think AAA games, in my opinion, and I'm going to make a video about this on my other channel. AAA games suck now. You'll find better games game wise with smaller developers, someone like me that's not controlled by the stock market pretty much and shareholders. You'll see video games like Call of Duty, uh, Blizzard, Activision, all those, Sony, Microsoft, all those have shareholders they have to please, and their objective is to make money. It's not to make a good game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not. I've seen too much stuff about it, and I'm very glad I didn't buy that game. I almost did. I wanted to, but I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't. Uh, but again, I think if in today's gaming world, you should support people like single developers or small, like 3 to 5 dev teams that aren't controlled by uh, a big conglomerate like Activision and stuff like that. That way, they're not controlled by shareholders. Uh, if you look at CD Projekt Red with like Cyberpunk, they're fixing to do a whole re-release, which is crazy, right? Like, I mean, they did so bad with just marketing, and the game was so bad that they had to give all that money back. I mean, it's insane to me. Yes, sir, Andre Harris. Yep. I'm telling you, just just look for these smaller gaming companies. Even Amazon, they're starting to make a gaming studio. Amazon is. I don't know if anybody doesn't know that or knows that. Like they came out with New World, and I was like, oh, look, oh, it's cool. It looks cool. You know, I'll play it. Did you play Cyberpunk? I'm waiting on it to be in better shape to play. I did. I played it on release. Um, I played Cyberpunk. For me, I have a very high end PC. Right, like I love putting together PCs and stuff like that. So I was able to play it fine. There was some bugs, but it's nowhere near the just atrocious release they had on console and lower end PCs. Like the console version for like PlayStation and Xbox, stuff I seen on YouTube was just so horrendous. I can't imagine spending $60-$70 on a video game and not even being able to play it. It was so bad. That's insane to me. I was able to beat the game, but when it came out, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, but man, right now I'm making my own video game and running a team on that. So that's a it's pretty interesting what you have to go through. I'll say that, and what you learn. And in my video game I'm making, man, I'm trying to make a way for people, like if they want to play the game, like let's say they play the game a ton, I want them to be able to make IRL money via crypto with it. So I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. We've explored ways, but we'll see what happens. What can I tell? So if you go over to, I've put together a website. It's not done yet. I'm still editing the website, but I do have it up so people can read it. Let's see. Let me make sure it's in presentable shape. Here is my website I've made. On here, if you look at the vision tab, I'm not done with this tab. I was in the middle of typing and then I've taken a break from it. And you'll notice that it has just a picture at the bottom of just some landscape. But, oh man, my nose. I'm going for, it's very ambitious. This game is very ambitious, okay? And I might as well. My thinking is, if I'm going to do it, shoot for the stars. So, we'll see what happens. I think it'll be interesting. Uh, if you can think of a mix between the Division without the sponginess and less time to kill, and a mix between that and Escape from Tarkov. If you can think and imagine that with being able to make IRL money by playing the game via crypto, I think it will be very interesting. And maybe the in-game items being NFTs. Just think about that. That would be so interesting. Like different camos and stuff, and only have a certain amount of camos. Nothing crazy like the pink and lava and all that stuff. Why is it, man? I'm gonna have to blow my nose in a second. But like regular camos, there's only like 100 of each camo in the entire gaming world, and they have a value via an NFT. That would be so neat. Open world like Division. Division Escape from Tarkov. If you don't know what Escape from Tarkov is, I highly suggest you look it up. It's a very unique game, and there's no other game like it. There's no other game like it. Here's that page. But also look it up on YouTube. If you haven't played that game, man, it's its own beast. It's crazy. But yeah, like an open world Division, actually open world. I know they advertised it as such, but it's not. It's not. The Division was not what they promised, and it was a big train wreck, pretty much. Real big on Twitch. Yeah, it is. I've been playing it a little bit on my other channel. When I have a little bit of time, I'll do like a standard playthrough or something like that, and I'll play for like an hour a day or something on the other channel. But other than that, I don't really play as much as I used to. I think I might be able to show you guys a rough draft of a map that I've been making. Let me see if I can do that. Hopefully it doesn't crash because it's on Unreal Engine 5 and it's not completely out. It's early access at the moment. So we'll see what I can show. Let me load it up here. I'm basically making a factory layout at a factory I used to work at for like 3 years. I think it'll make an interesting layout for a factory building. But yeah, it's going to be like a open world Division and a mix between that and Tarkov, which I think will be really interesting. And this is just something that I've been able to do. I can only pretty much create maps. I can't really do much else. Okay, let me... Looter shooter, yeah. Gear drops with stats, yep. It'll be... You go into the world, you leave your safe house, right? Anything you have on you when you leave your safe house, if you die, you will lose it, and the other player can take it, essentially. And whatever you find in the world, you can bring back to your safe house. And there's going to be different ways you can do, either call in like a drone to come pick up what you have on you, or in your certain container, like pick up your backpack or something, pick up what's in your backpack or something, and it can take it to your safe house. Or you can run all the way back to your safe house with what you have. It's going to be something sort of like that. But let me switch the screen real quick. All right, here we are. So modern time, it'll be modern time for sure, with like drones and stuff like that. What we have right now today. This is just what I've been able to create so far. This is just a factory I've been testing out with different pallets and stuff like that. Over here is some scaffoldings, and just different items on there. I'm not finished with it, as you can see. I'm building the second floor. In here, some more stuff. Right here, some stairs with some lighting. That's all I've done pretty much. It will be an extraction style game, but it's gonna be like you go in. There's not gonna be any sort of timer. It's gonna be an open world instance. And you'll get put in the same instance with other players, and say one player extracts, another one can come in. So it's going to be very there's not going to be a lot of constants, right? Like you have to be on alert. You can team up with other people if you want to or not. Yeah, I'm really hoping it works out. It's going to be a big gamble. I haven't marketed it that much at all. I mean, the most I've done is like show you on the stream and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see, and that's all we can do. It'll be, I'm trying to use something called Unreal Wild. I don't know if you've seen anything about that, but it's supposed to be life-size open world, and they're utilizing the new systems in Unreal Engine 5 to do that. So if that's the case, like there'll be vehicles and stuff, and if it's actually taking the Earth and putting it in a video game, it's just going to be insane. If that'll happen if machines can run it. So I'm trying to base it on like a 1080 in a computer. I feel like that's an old enough graphics card. Like Unreal Engine. It is Unreal Engine, but it's a plugin that they're making for Unreal Engine 5. It's called Unreal Wild. I'll send you this link right here. It's actually pretty cool, and I hope it works. But what am I doing for work? I do own a trucking company. I mean, that's what my whole YouTube's been built upon, is trucking. But I'm going to be starting to branch off and stuff. Runs a lot of great games still. Yep. I've got a 2080 Ti, so I'm like a full series ahead of that. But I mean, you got 40 series coming out shortly, and I really want to get one of them for sure before everything's out of stock when they release. Um, but for besides that, I mean, I've been doing YouTube. YouTube's brought in a little bit of money, not a whole lot, with just ad money. But it's been paying my rent bill, so I mean that's something I don't have to pay for. I'm looking at possibly picking up a gig on the side just to help with paying for costs of development. Um, I don't know though. It'll have to be a pretty sweet gig for me to do that. I do like being able to create stuff and having all this time to do what I want to do and make my own money. But I don't know. We'll see. I do get some money from Patreon from fellow subscribers and stuff. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for right now. I've tested out possibly dispatching for trucking companies and all that good stuff, but other than that, not really a whole lot. I do. I have two people driving. They have their own DLT numbers, and I pretty much get a kickback and all that good stuff. They're basically, while my truck's still being worked on over 2 months, they are basically running my dedicated lanes I had for me, and I get kickback from that. That's pretty much the only money I have coming from trucking, which is actually pretty nice. That's probably the way to go, in my opinion. If you can somehow get dedicated lanes and you have people that could run the lanes for you and you get a percentage of that, in my opinion, that's the best way to go. I mean, you actually take on that role of business owner and not owner operator. It's a huge difference. I do not own those trucks. No, they own those truck. They're their own trucks. My truck, I own one truck, and it is in the shop. It's been waiting on parts for 2 months, so had to do something. Getting what going? Like getting your own truck and being an owner operator, or getting people to like drive underneath you and being a business owner more of. In my opinion, it's not at the very moment. I don't. I would probably not. If again, if I was starting today, I probably wouldn't. Knowing what I know now, the company. I mean, you could probably start the company. Gonna start with you and your dad. You could probably. I mean, it all depends on how much work you're going to put into it. Honestly, you can be successful. Um, in my most recent video, the need loads video. I don't know if you've seen that or not. The In my opinion, the best way to start is, of course, get the biggest DAT package, start on the low board, start getting experience doing loads that way. But the best way, honestly, is after like 2 or 3 months goes by, if you can make it that long, call factories around you, call shipping warehouses around you and receiving warehouses, and be like, hey, I'm such and such trucking company, I'm local, or in different like surrounding states, and you will find that they are like shippers don't care what you have in terms of equipment as long as it can haul their freight. So box truck, semi, it doesn't really matter. If you can move it, they'll pay you the big bucks because you're going right to the source and the broker or whoever. There's no middleman getting a piece of that pie. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I got offered was from Kentucky to Texas, and it paid $3,700, I think. So, I mean, it's a lot different than what you see on load boards. And it's consistent work. It's like that was total for the week, but it was like 3 times a week consistently. So it not only gives you consistency in income, but also you don't have to like wake up every morning and go down on if you don't have a list build up, you don't have to get on the low board and call 100 people and have 80 of them deny you. Keep knocking over my water. Oh. I have a decent amount of cash to invest. Would you buy a truck to start out, or how would you go about it? Buying is a big commitment though, so I'd have to go full steam ahead. Starting a trucking company. I mean, you got to be all in at the start, especially. I mean, you got to be full send at the start, 100%. There's no do it on the side. There's no have a day job and do it on the weekends. It's got to be a full commitment right from the get go. You can possibly do it on the side, but if you're starting as an owner operator, it's got to be full send right from the start. Unless you have like a weekend job, you might be able to do that, but it's got to be your main priority for sure. I you know, I don't know if you've watched any of my other content, but I'm a big proponent of not renting. I started out renting and quickly realized that I would not even break even. That I was operating at a loss always because of the big rent bill due every week before the week, even before you even start the next week, it's due. Okay. So, and just numbers wise, it makes more sense to pay $600 a month than $600 a week. My quote I got for renting was $2,100 a week. So it's kind of insane when I started out and started renting. That's when the market was first starting to go like, right here to start going up. So they were taking advantage of that. But now I'm hearing quotes, a lot of quotes like $600, $700, $800 a week, and even that, people think that's so good, and I'm just sitting here like, you keep paying that, I'm gonna pay $653 a month. 5-Star Logistics LLC. I'm currently waiting on Amazon to make a decision. I have access to the DOT low board, and I looked into UShip, but those on UShip want things moved for cheap price. Yeah, UShip is more of, well, in my area, there are a lot of factories that want stuff moved, so they do pay decent rates. But there are also, UShip's more for the just the regular person, right? So personally, I would use UShip to fill the rest of your truck up if it's like along the way or very, very close by, just because it's a lot of easy and light freight, right? Like you might move a living room, couches or something. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I would use UShip will not be your main source of income at all. So just purchased a box truck, 26-foot liftgate. Any ideas on getting consistent work besides low board? Says Dickie Fashion. So I talked about it in my last video. I don't know if you watched that or not. Here's what I would do. I'll go back over it. I'll grab the same piece of paper here. If I was starting out, you're going to have to run off the low board at least your first few months, okay? That's just how it is. And you're going to have to call 100 people today, probably. And probably get told no 80 times or more. That's just how it is starting out. Unless you have connections, like my dad does local bread routes. If they needed a truck or somebody's sick and absent, he could call me and I could get a load doing that just because of that connection. It is my dad, but just because I had that connection. You see what I'm saying? That'll be the only other way starting out. But every load that you do get for DAT, write down the broker, their name and number, what you hauled for them, and you'll want to write down the shipper's name and number and the receiver's name and number. You'll get that on the RateCon and build a list. Once you've done it for, let's say, 2-3 months, you'll be able to no longer have to use the low boards, and you'll be able to go down that list instead because they'll see that you've done loads for them and that you did a good job. Do not mess up your first load starting out. It's crucial. Go down that list instead of going on the low board, and you'll start getting more consistent work that way. The best way to get consistent work, though, let me go ahead and pull up the video real quick. So I don't know if you guys seen this video right here, how to find box truck loads, 3 proven ways. I do recommend watching through the whole video. But I will go ahead and go to the parts of cold calling factories. It starts at 6 minutes. I do recommend watching the whole video because I go through every load board, and then I talk about setting up your DCs, what I explained. And then at 6 minutes, I talk about cold calling factories. And this is how you're going to get consistent work. You're going to Google factories near me, factories in Nashville, Tennessee, for example. Factories near me will show you factories. And you go down through here and call all these factories and tell them who you are, what you do, who you want to speak to, and if you can be of service to them, and if they have any loads they need carried to wherever. That's going to be your best bet into getting consistent loads. I talk about exactly what to say, exactly what to do, and then that's it. Highly recommend watching that full video because I go into great detail. Faisal Transportation Solutions LLC. What disqualifies you from Amazon Relay? What is the decision making they have to make? So if you're a brand new carrier, the main thing is going to be your insurance and if you have the correct amount of insurance. The no problem, Dickie, fashion. The only other thing would be if you're already a carrier and you're applying for Amazon and you've been working, let's say, for months. And let's say you have a bad safety score or something. You know what I mean? That would be the only other factor if they turn you down. Would be if you're a seasoned authority and you have a bad record, they can turn you down, and they probably will. If you're new, the only thing that's going to kick you out of it is if your insurance is wrong or if you don't have the right contact number for your insurance. That'll be the only other thing. Yep. If you're brand new, it's basically just insurance requirements. And I had to apply 3 times before I was accepted because I was not putting in the correct contact information for my insurance agent. Make sure it's for your insurance agent and they can get the email and they can call your agent, because if they call, let's say you have Progressive, if they call the regular Progressive customer service line, what's going to happen is they're going to call that number. They're going to email that random Progressive. You have to have an agent. If they call that number and it goes, you're currently in wait for an agent. It'll say something like 40-minute wait. They're going to go click deny. That's how quick it's going to be. What do you mean by question mark? So when you apply for Amazon, Amazon's going to, you enter in your insurance, you enter in the email for your insurance contact, which is going to be your agent, and you enter in the number for that contact as well. And if you do not enter in your agent's email and number that they can actually get a hold of your agent when they call to verify the insurance numbers, they're going to automatically deny you. That was my problem. Man, my nose. That's why I kept getting denied. I got denied 2 times in a row, and then I finally called them. I was like, what is going on? And they let me know that I needed to put in my insurance agent's name or number and email. And also make sure RMIS is correct as well. How many days should I expect to wait for approval? I believe it's 4 to 5 business days. So before you even if they deny you, it takes 4 to 5 business days, which is the dumbest thing ever. So since I got denied 2 times and applied a third time, it took me 3 weeks to get approved. So you want to make sure everything's right when you initially try to get approved with them. They wait the full amount, 4 to 5 business days. It's usually 5. So I would apply on a Monday and expect a return Friday. No problem, no problem. Oh man. Are you guys in the ice storms path? Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. Why were you not approved? I was not approved because I was putting the general progressive number that I contact and the general progressive contact email. And that kicked back on me saying that I needed an agent. Well, Progressive hadn't assigned me an agent. So then I had to call in my area and find somebody to become my agent for Progressive to be my representative for them. So, is it smart to have a dispatcher for a few months for 10% when you start? My opinion, you would be dumb not to have a dispatcher, especially as soon as you start out. At least for a few months, even if it's at 10%. 10% is outrageous for a dispatching fee. But in my opinion, you would be dumb not to. I mean, honestly, I mean, you have no experience, you have no references. They do. They have hopefully a client base built up that they can get you loads. So, and use their reputation for that. So, yes, it would be dumb not to, pretty much, is my response to that. At least for a few months. I would say 3 months tops until you build up your list. Now, some dispatchers have a contract you sign where you can't like poach their customers. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you read the contract if you sign anything with them. If not, it's free game, man. You do some loads for the same people, write their name down, number, all that good stuff, and yeah, go off of that. But most will have you sign a contract that you can't use them for like a year. The people you do loads for. That's a very important thing that not many people talk about. There's dust all over my desktop. Oh man, need some coffee. I'm gonna go start me some. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go start some coffee. I'm not going anywhere. Just this very moment, I'm just gonna start the coffee maker. Go ahead and ask your questions, and when I get back, I'll answer if you have any. No problem, Dicky Fashion. Coffee is currently brewing. My plan is to go through Amazon until my authority reaches 6 months, then purchase DAT load board so I can get more loads because I know these brokers will hang up on most new authorities or lowball us. I would say I don't want to say your plan's wrong, but I'll say you'll be very lucky to make it to 6 months off just Amazon Relay. You might be able to, but if you're currently working a job, I would not leave it. I'll put it that way. Because you not only have to make your trucking company make a profit or at least break even, but you also have to pay for your living expenses. And just Amazon Relay, I tried to do Amazon Relay, just Amazon Relay for a while, and it wasn't there. It's not there. I know a lot of people say that they'll do 2 to 3 loads a day, but the likelihood you'll be able to do that is so low that it has to be a perfect scenario every single time. I'll be honest. I don't, I don't want to discourage you, but I would highly recommend you save up enough to have $170 your first month. Buy the biggest package of DAT just for 1 month. Whether you get hung up on or not, that's your best option, in my opinion. I would start on DAT. That's how I started. I started DAT before I started Amazon. And I still, after running, I ran solely Amazon for a full 2 months. And man, I barely got over break even. It was, and I got some good paying loads. Very good paying loads. But just like I told Dicky Fashion, maybe starting out you might need to have a dispatcher. You would kind of be dumb not to, in my opinion, because you have no references. Amazon loads don't really show up on your authority very quick at all. They can't see that, so like they're not on the Relay platform. These brokers and stuff. So let's say you wait 6 months. Okay, you've had your authority active for 6 months. I'll let you know on something that brokers are currently doing. Before, brokers said, okay, you need at least 6 months of authority, right? Now it's a year. Some of them are 2 years for the really good loads. So you'll be waiting a while. Um, yeah, just keep that in mind. They're the brokers know that. I mean, hopefully you were here watching what I told Dicky to do. That if I was starting over, what I would do. Go watch that video. Watch it all the way through. I would 100% start out on DAT. Whether I had to call 100 people a day or not, I would have a dispatcher. And I would also call local factories to cut out the middlemen. That would be your best bet starting a new authority. That's my opinion. But I can't tell you what to do. I mean, you can try your plan, but I'll be honest. Good luck reaching 6 months, is all I'll say. I do want to show you a stat. I don't know if you were here before, but I made a post, and I do want to show this stat again for the people that are here right now. Maybe they wasn't here before, but I made this post, and I put, how's trucking going so far? Load rates are decent right now. And if you notice here, the not even breaking even option got the most amount of votes out of 70 people. Okay. If I were you and I was starting new, I would give myself the best chance at not only surviving, but not being this percentile right here. The not even breaking even. You're losing money. I would highly suggest giving yourself the best chance you can. That's my opinion. I'm going to go get my coffee. Not saying it can't be done, but that's what I personally do. And I might possibly in the future go into dispatching. I don't know yet. I don't know the field of dispatching, but we'll see. That's an avenue I've thought about doing, like full-time dispatching. And just to beat other dispatchers, I would probably charge 8%. Ooh-wee. That's one. All right, guys, we have been live for 1 hour and 32 minutes, 1 hour and 33 minutes almost. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and I'm going to go ahead and make some YouTube videos I have in mind for my other channel, and I'm going to go ahead and work on the next video I have in mind for this channel. So I appreciate everybody watching. If you had questions, I hope you answered them. I'll wait around for another minute and 50 seconds, still an hour 35. If you have a question last minute, go ahead and ask it and I will answer. If not, as soon as the timer hits an hour and 35 minutes, I will end the stream. So ask away. Do 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 do. Anybody? Anywhere? Final 45 seconds. $30 seconds. All right. We'll go ahead and close it out then. These last 20 seconds. I appreciate everybody watching. If you tuned in, if you're watching this as a recording and you've watched all this way, you're awesome. Love you guys. And I will see you next time. I'm not going to wait 10 seconds. All right. Peace.